Żory, the element of changes. Żory is a town of an element. It's not only about the energy of its peoples and changes taking place there. It is about an element in its literal meaning, fire, with which the town is connected in terms of its origin and etymology. The town was founded in areas reclaimed from forests by slash and burn, i.e. the controlled burning of forests, hence the town's name, referring to embers, in Polish, żar, from Sari to Zari and Żary to the present Żory. Fire is a symbol of the development of civilization, but sometimes it's also a destructive element. Żory has been consumed by fire several times. The most tragic fire took place on the 11th of May 1702. The majority of its citizens died at that time, including the mayor. The remaining citizens, frightened by the scale of the tragedy, went on a beseeching procession on the still fresh site of the fire, praying to God to stop the disaster of fire and swearing an oath to go on a similar procession every year. This promise is still valid today, and the tradition, called the Feast of Fire, continues to take place and remains the only event of this kind in the world. Żory is one of the oldest towns in Silesia. The town's birthday is on the 24th of February. It is assumed that on that day, in 1272, Władysław, the Prince of Opole and Racibórz, raised the town's rank from a village to a fortified town, Civitas Sari.
Książę Władysław, chcąc wzmocnić obronność swojego księstwa, postanowił zbudować gród. No i pytanie właśnie, dlaczego w Żorach akurat? Sądzę, że oprócz niewątpliwych walorów przyrodniczych, co niektórzy podkreślają, piękno krajobrazu tych okolic, oczywiście jest to prawda, natomiast książę był osobą pragmatyczną i sądzę, że nie to przeważyło. Pamiętajmy, w XIII wieku Żory znajdowały się na przecięciu ważnych szlaków handlowych. Stąd jechało się do Pszczyny, do Raciborza, do Krakowa. Było to więc skrzyżowanie szlaków, a wtedy szlaki handlowe trzeba było ochronić. Dlatego też tutaj książę wybudował miasto.
The town also celebrates the name day of its founder. Every year in June there is a Władysław Fair, an open-air event combined with a medieval picnic, with the participation of knightly fraternities. Material evidence of the medieval origin of the town has also remained. The early Gothic church of St. Philip and St. Jacob the Apostles, and wooden penitential crosses from the 13th century. Żory is the only town in Upper Silesia that has retained its historic medieval street plan. The old town has the shape of an oval spindle, which defined the route of defensive walls, only some fragments of which have survived. Tradition is alive in Żory. It's not just a museum exhibit dusted off on the occasion of anniversaries, but an element which is permanently present in the lives of its citizens, even the youngest ones. For Żorek, the beloved children's stuffed toy, is a smiling flame. The House of Fire refers to tradition as well. It is the town's showpiece, distinguished by unique and modern architecture, alluding in its form to a flame. Interactive exhibitions supposed to present the role of fire in the history of civilization and the history of the town connected with this element will be placed in the building. The current spontaneous development of the town is connected with the use of the natural potential of Żory, i.e. its convenient location and clean, undegraded environment. The town is situated near important communication routes, close to international motorway A4 connecting the east with the west, and by motorway A1 connecting the south with the north of the country. The town lies close to the border with the Czech Republic and Slovakia, on the outskirts of recreation areas of the Silesian and Żywiec-Beskid mountain ranges. The distance to the biggest cities of the Silesian agglomeration is no greater than 40 kilometers. The strategic location, combined with renovated roads and the Northern Ring Road, have made Żory a town with a functional and safe road network, maybe the best in the whole region. Żory can be easily and safely accessed, and the town makes it possible to stay, relax and invest there. The trump card of the town, making it stand out from other Upper Silesian towns and cities, is the clean and undegraded environment. The town supports this potential through various pro-ecological campaigns, including a program of complex water sewage system management. Almost 150 million Polish zlotys, raised from the Cohesion Fund, will allow the installation of an entire sewage system, development of the sewage treatment plant, rebuilding of water supply system, and the opening of a water treatment plant. Out of concern for the natural environment, the town also realizes the Low Emission Reduction Program, which aims to partially fund the replacement of old heating sources in one-family houses, which pollute the environment, with new and ecological ones. Through Żory to Silesia, this is the title of the project realized with participation of EU funds, the aim of which is to introduce tourist e-information about the town. Innovative technological solutions, LE boards and photo codes, uncover the most beautiful spots of the cities and the places worth staying in longer. One of these attractions is a Western city, stylized for Wild West entertainment, and a shopping mall with numerous attractions for children and adults, lots of shops, eating places, and a hotel. The cultural offer of the city is provided with a multimedia computer system as well. Żory loves music, dance and singing. The following events are organized cyclically: the International Festival of Folk Customs and Majorettes, the International Guitar Festival, the Sailors Songs Festival, the Sari Folk Music Festival, the International Easy Jazz Festival, the Fide et Amore Religious Art Festival, and the Voicingers International Jazz Contest for singing musicians. Such a variety of cultural offers shows how open-minded the people of Żory are towards the world and other traditions. The town has developed against the background of various cultures for centuries: Polish, German, Austrian, Czech and Jewish. It has always lived in the center of European affairs. Currently, Żory maintains close contacts with 4 partner cities: Mezekevesz in Hungary, Pesvelis in Lithuania, Monceau-les-Mines in France, and Kamp-Lintfurt in Germany. Żory has effectively used the chance given by Polish accession to the European Union. By 2011, the town managed to raise 360 million from EU funds for projects connected with, among others, road, cultural, school and information infrastructure. It is one of the best results in Poland, which is why the title European District, European City is conferred on the city every year. The economic development of the city is also dependent on the effectiveness of searching for investors. Żory has been one of the top towns in the national ranking Professional District Investor Friendly for several years. The factors that determined this fact were the following: a flexible attitude towards investors, legal advice, infrastructure preparation for new economic enterprises, and recently, a significant increase of investment areas, especially for residential housing. The special economic zone in the Katowice-Jastrzębsko-Żorska subzone, as well as the Żory Industrial Park, dynamically function in Żory. The fire element also means the warmth with which you should surround those in most need. That's why the town is involved in the creation of the Vocational Development Centre, where several dozen people with severe or moderate learning difficulties have found jobs in gardening and gastronomic departments. The gastronomic section of ZAZ in Żory runs the Milk Bar, which has gained great popularity in a short time as a place where you can eat cheaply and well. The city built a stationary hospice in 2010 where terminally ill people can find help and care. Considerable weight is attached to health-orientated campaigns. The town funds healthcare programs such as vaccinations against cervical cancer and meningococcal vaccinations.
Lubię Żory, ponieważ szybko się rozbudowują, dużo się dzieje, jest dużo imprez.
Ponieważ są pięknym miastem, nowoczesnym, choć retro.
Ponieważ mają dobrą ofertę edukacyjną. Sama studiuję w Górnośląskiej Wyższej Szkole Handlowej.
Jest na tyle mała, że do wszystkich można bardzo szybko dotrzeć i na tyle duże, że oferuje wszystkie możliwe atrakcje we współczesnym świecie.
Uwielbiam to miasto.
The future is also an element, the element reflected by children, hence care for their development and upbringing. The people of Żory constitute a young community. This is the age when one gets married and, with a view to the future, plans to have children. New nurseries are being built for them in Żory. Schools are being systematically modernized. The renovated and extended historic building of the music school has become one of the most beautiful buildings in the town. The town, taking care for children's development, is enriching its sport infrastructure. 3 school football pitches, the greatest number in Silesia, have been built in Żory, as well as a multifunctional sports pitch as part of the Orlik programme. In addition, there are plans to build a full-scale football pitch with artificial surface, an athletics stadium and 2 more football pitches as part of the Orlik programme. Out of concern for children, the indoor swimming pool has been extended and is being changed into an aqua park with numerous water attractions and a rich base of fitness and well-being services. A big attraction for children is a ropes course, next to which their parents can exercise in an open-air gym, and in the future will be able to play tennis or squash in a planned tennis centre. The city's future is defined by its investment plans. The most interesting ones are as follows. A physical activity centre called the Gymnasium, a modern complex equipped with rooms designed for dance, aerobics, martial arts, and an acoustically insulated room for music band's rehearsals. The renovation of a historic palace in Baranowice. Beautiful interiors have been designed in a building which has been renovated according to a conservational programme. It includes an exclusive hotel, conference rooms, concert halls, a painting and sculpture studio, and a restaurant with a wine bar. The Yateng Museum, Meeting of World Cultures. This constitutes an innovative concept in a Polish and global context of a complex cultural message involving all the human senses in learning and an educational process: sight, hearing, touch, and even taste.
Jatenga to nazwa dawnego królestwa, które dzisiaj by się znajdowało na terenie Burkiny Faso w Afryce Zachodniej. Czym będzie się charakteryzował ten dział? Bardzo specyficzną architekturą. Nie chcemy, żeby to była architektura taka typowa dla Europy. Chcemy pokazać architekturę afrykańską.
The renovation of historic tenement houses and medieval defensive walls will be continued in the Old Town. Księdza Klimka Street, situated in the area of the former town walls, will face the biggest changes. This is how, in the Old Town of Żory, the past meets the future. The element of tradition and the element of change.